Hey everyone, in this video I'm gonna talk about 5 key things that you should know before planning your trip to Albania in 2025. Whether you are planning your first trip or you're just curious about this beautiful country in the Balkans, this video will help you plan your trip smarter, and it has everything got covered for you. From car rentals to accommodation to food, the places to visit, the people. I'm gonna talk about all these things in this video. Let's get into it. Okay, so let's start with the transportation, because this is one of the key things if you want to visit Albania. Remember, there is public transport in Albania, but I highly recommend you to rent a car if you can, because it would just allow you the mobility that the public transport will not. So hands down, it's one of the best way to move around Albania in case if you wish to visit more than the capital city of Tirana. Now, we were a group of 3 friends and we hired Panda Fiat 2023 hybrid from a car rental company called Infinity Car Rental. Now, this is not a promotional video, but I am mentioning their name just because we had a great experience with them. We rented a car for 5 days and it costed us 270 euros including extra insurance, which means that we were fully covered no matter if there were any scratches or any damages to the car inside or exterior. Now, we drove that car around 1,000 kilometers in 5 days. We drove from the capital city of Tirana to Berat, to Gjirokastër, the Blue Eye, Himarë, Sarandë, all the beautiful places in Albania, and back to Tirana. And that car did not let us down at all. Now, I highly recommend renting a small car. That's because some of the villages, some of the roads, they're very narrow and they're very steep. So if you have a small car, it's gonna go everywhere and you're gonna be totally fine. Now, another thing I would like to mention here is the parking. Parking is cheap there. There are also places where you can find free parking, but in case if you have to park in a private parking, you will be paying less than 2 euros per hour. So that's not a lot as well. Next up is accommodation. One of the great things about Albania is how affordable everything is. Now, we were able to book private rooms, private apartments with attached washroom, big places, and we were paying around 10 to 15 euros per person, no matter where we were. We were in the capital city, we were in Berat, we were in the Riviera. Wherever we went, we paid around 10 to 15 euros per night per person for a private apartment with everything essential that was needed to stay there. Now, my recommendation to you is that you should try to book in advance as much as possible, because even though there is not as many tourists in Albania as in Italy, Spain or Greece in the summer, still things can get expensive and there can be more people than you would have imagined to begin with. And another key tip here is that you should keep cash with you, because a lot of accommodations in Albania would require you to pay in cash when you arrive there. And a good thing is that you can pay in euros or you can pay in Albanian lek. So if you have cash in euros or in Albanian lek, it's gonna be just fine. But remember to keep the cash with you, because it's gonna be very handy in Albania. Now, let's talk about the seaside. The Albanian beaches are beautiful, clear water, few people, and it is no less than the beautiful beaches around Italy, Spain, Greece, Portugal, but at a price which is much more affordable compared to these main touristic countries. I recommend you guys to try to think about taking a boat tour if you are in Himarë or Sarandë, because with the boat they bring you to some hidden beaches, some places which are not accessible by roads at all. So even if you have a car, you will not be able to go there just because there are no roads going there. So you will need a boat that can take you to some beaches which are private, there are less people, the water is even clearer, and it's much more fun. But remember, Albania is not only famous for its seaside, there is much more than that. Now, we also visited a city called Berat, which is a UNESCO World Heritage Site as well, and it is also known as the City of Thousand Windows. From Berat, if you drive 1 hour, you arrive at a place called Osumi Canyon. There, you have the opportunity to take a rafting tour, which is one of the great experiences that we had, and it costed us only 50 euros per person, and that experience was one of the best that we had during our trip to Albania. So I do highly recommend that. You can look up for different options on different websites online and you can book the one that you like. But I do highly recommend taking one of those trips in Osumi Canyon, doing either rafting or tubing. Now let's talk about food. So food is going to be one of the things that you are going to love in Albania. Now, Albanian food is a mixture of Mediterranean, Balkan and Turkish influences, and everything just feels so fresh and homemade that it's just absolutely amazing. Now, a full meal in Albania, whether it be breakfast, lunch or dinner, at a prime location next to a seaside or in a beautiful restaurant in a city like Berat, is going to cost you anywhere between 10 to 15 euros, and the quality is top notch. Finally, let's talk about the people. Now, this is something that I really want to put emphasis on. I have to say that the hospitality with which Albanian people welcomed us, young people, old people, everyone, on the street, in the shops, or at accommodations, it was just fantastic. I think it was one of the most pleasant experiences engaging with the local people in Albania that perhaps I have never experienced anywhere else. Now, even if someone doesn't speak English, they will go a long way to try to help you and to try to communicate with you. You've got to understand that there is a culture which is called beza, which basically means that they honor, trust and show their hospitality. And believe me, you can feel that everywhere in Albania. At the end, I would really like to recommend that if you are planning to visit Albania, it would be really nice to learn some basic words like how to say hello, thank you, because that would help you to build a connection with the local people and it will help you to enjoy even more. So one of the words that I learned during my travel journey in Albania is how to say thank you, and it is called faleminderit. So I would like to say faleminderit to the Albanian people and to the beautiful country of Albania for giving us one of the best holidays. So those were the 5 things that you should know before planning your trip to Albania. From the beautiful beaches to amazing food to some of the kindest people on earth, Albania is definitely one of the best hidden gems in Europe. Now, if this video has helped you, hit the like button, drop a comment, let me know if you have any questions, and don't forget to subscribe for more travel content. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one.